This sucks. We were broken down on the 70 right in the bottom of the canyon. Our truck got a low fuel pressure warning and then just stopped running. We're basically right on the road because this is where the river is, which is sketchy. All right, CDOT showed up. They're gonna try to pull us to the next exit. We'll see what happens from here.
So our truck decided to stop working. That was fun. We just coasted to a stop. Of course, it's on the narrow bridges that are going through Glenwood Springs area. So we had fun watching a couple people almost hit us while we're sitting there waiting. We called 911 because we really don't have any service down here, and they called CDOT. And we are now being towed to the next exit. Oh, and you can't see. By Colorado Department of Transportation. To their credit, they got here in like 5 minutes, so it was really impressive.
All right, so we made it. They pulled us off to the next exit, Bear Ranch. Some awesome rigs. I just learned that this rig back here is designed to get hit by like a 90,000 pound force or something. So felt very comfortable having that behind us. But we're at a truck stop. We're gonna try to call Ford and see if we can figure out anything of what's going on with the fuel system. Maybe pull the fuel filter, see if we get a new one. But we're kind of stuck here for a little bit until we at least figure out what's going on. I know just down the road in Glenwood Springs, there's a Ford dealership. So we might get a tow down to the Ford dealership and go from there. All right, so the initial warning that we saw right before it died was low fuel pressure, slow down or decrease power. And then shortly after that, we lost all power and came to stop. So I'm guessing it has something to do with the fuel system. So we're gonna check the two fuel filters. Deidre identified where they're at, and she's gonna walk me through figuring out how we take them off.
So they just click button.
No fuel there. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. I'm missing something there.
Yeah, I caught it.
Like a pro. So this is the fuel filter? Take it apart. Unscrew. Or is this the entire filter?
Well, the other guy had a replacement filter that he used, so it might be the whole thing.
Oh.
Maybe.
Do we need to prime it or anything?
What do you
Like
think?
when you replace it, do you put one in? Do you have to fill it with fuel? So if I just dump it out, put it back in, maybe? Let's go watch some videos. So we realize we can't really do much with the fuel filters, and we probably should just try to replace them. So we're trying to get an Uber or a ride or something to take us into town to get some fuel filters. Like we're on the side of the interstate right now at a truck stop, basically. There's not really anything around us. So hopefully we hear from Uber. It's been like 5 minutes though, waiting on a ride, and no one's accepted. So this could be a losing battle, but I feel like it might have just been bad gas and bad filters, or the bad gas that clogged our filters. So we'll see what happens, and if we can get a ride in town, hopefully that fixes it. If not, we do have Ford service. Apparently they'll be able to give us a tow to the nearest Ford dealership, and then we'll see if we could get our truck sorted out tomorrow. Hopefully, that's worst case scenario. All right, so there's no Uber or Lyft in this area. Like just none of them are accepting it, so we can't find a ride or any help. So we put in a request to Ford for towing. Just called the tow company, let them know that, you know, what the rig is. It's pretty big, so they're gonna call us back. Hopefully they have a driver that can help us out and take us to a Ford dealership. So I'm gonna put the fuel filter that we just pulled out back in. If we can get to town, I mean, if they could just drop us off at the Ford dealership, we'll still try to swap out the filters ourselves, but yeah, sucks, no Uber, no nothing. All right, we have a speed adjusting module installed in the truck. No idea if it's causing any issues or not, but I'm gonna remove that because one of the errors we just saw had to do with saying check engine, service engine soon, but check your tire sizes and make sure you have the right size tire installed. Obviously we have much larger tires, but we'll see if this has something to do with it. Now if I could just find the jumper, it should be somewhere around here. Here it is. Six pin. Okay. Okay, batteries are unplugged. There's a lot of stuff going on over here, and I don't know what any of it's doing. Let that sit for a couple seconds. Don't mind that, that's just the winch. That's a big step. First step is definitely a doozy. See what happens. Nope. Fuel system still doesn't want to do anything. Just turn the engine on. Let's see what happens. Apparently I need oil change. She's dead. Starter's working, battery's running, just getting no fuel to the system. I'm guessing maybe a clogged fuel filter. I don't know. What do you guys think? And we're back to the tree because the towing company won't have a driver at least until tomorrow. So, I mean, there's worse places to be stranded. And we have our house with us, so like that's a plus. But like ideally, I'd like to get on the road or something as soon as possible. So we're gonna call around and keep trying to see if we can get a ride into town or something, and yeah, see if we sort this out. Underneath the truck, I'm just going to drain the fuel water separator, see if we had dirty fuel maybe cause something. That is that yellow thing right there. I'm gonna catch it in a glass can, should get some clean fuel. Let's see what it looks like. All right, there it is. Looks like some pretty clean diesel. Usually if there's gonna be water in it, that's gonna separate from the fuel itself. So looking pretty good. No concern. All right, the reason I check that just because if you get bad fuel, water in the system, unfortunately that could like take out your whole fuel system. That's not the case here. But the next thing I need to do is I'm gonna go ahead and prime the system, see if the pump's even working. So I'm gonna just start or put the truck in the start position. We should hear the fuel pump going to prime the system. I don't hear the fuel pump going at all. I wonder if the fuel pump went out. That's not gonna be good. All right, well, looks like we're stuck waiting an extra day. So we're gonna stay the night here in the facility. Yep. And they'll tow us at 9. They can't find any tow truck drivers that could work. I mean, it's Sunday. I get it. We get it. It's kind of unfortunate, but we're still going to hang around. We're going to see if CDOT can maybe do a parts run for us. I'm not crossing my fingers on it, but it'd be awesome if they could. Who knows? And then, I still think it's something with the fuel system. We're just not getting any fuel or any power. The starter's going, the battery's good. Everything looks good. I think the filters are just clogged, and we just need the filters to pull them apart and swap those in. If it's not that, it could potentially be the fuel pump, which that's a whole other issue. So either way, it doesn't hurt to get it towed to Ford tomorrow morning and then get that addressed. So we'll see how it goes. There's worse place to be stuck. That's the Colorado River. It's so high, it's actually flooding into a sidewalk right here. So kind of cool to see and explore. Gourmet cooking at the finest right here. What is it, D?
Soup.
All right, so it is the next day. We're still parked in the same old parking lot. Fortunately, there's restrooms and vending machines over there, but Ford's having a hard time finding a tow truck. So we're probably gonna see if we can try Uber again, try to change the filters at least. The fuel pump, I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. I just hear some ticking. Whether that means it's working or not, I have no idea. And maybe fuel filters help. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe we still have to get towed. But right now we have no ETA on a tow, so trying to do something.
This situation would really suck if we didn't have our house with us. But since we have our house with us, it's kind of like a little mini vacation while we wait for people to figure out how they're going to tow us out of here. So we still be productive all day, still get some work done, so it's not as bad as it could be. Called her right before I did. And so I was like, I wanted to check if you could work on my F550, because of its size. She's like, is this the F550 Earth Roamer thing?
I love it.
Yeah. So he'll be here in 90 minutes to 2 hours. And then this is how long it's going to take.
Great.
To get it there. And then Bristol is the lady that we're dropping the keys off with. So we got to figure out what we're doing.
All right, so D took care of the hard part. We got towing on the way. Ford tried. Yeah, not as helpful. Fortunately, we had a friend, Spencer, that has, he actually runs the North American Bliss Mobile, and he knew all the right towing companies. So he put us in touch with Mountain Recovery. They're on the way, and now we're looking for hotels and maybe some hot spring tickets because we're in hot spring territory. It's always the bright side. So the next problem, we have a tow. Our back tire, the liquid spring compressed overnight, so we need to turn on the truck typically. We can't start it, but we can still use at least all the power to lift with liquid spring. Unfortunately, our battery's a little low, so that's not actually working. So I'm gonna see if we can use our Zeus extra battery jumper to see if that will just maybe give a little bit more juice. Worst case scenario, when the tow truck gets here, we're gonna ask for a jump and see if that'll help. All right, the Zeus is in, it's on. Let's see if this works. Looks like it's potentially working. Let's go. All right, we put it in medium high. That's going to do exactly what we need to do. So another shout out for the Zeus. That thing's just been coming in clutch on our channel. All right, so we got where we want it. I'm just gonna turn this off. I'm gonna turn the truck off. Should be good.
What year is the truck?
2023. Pretty cool. All right, Mountain Recovery just got here, so they're loading up the rig, and we're gonna head down to Glenwood Springs, see if we can figure out what's going on.
Go in here real quick and see
Where do they want it?
where to put this in. Not the most mobile for this parking lot.
Nope. All right, we just made it to Ford, figuring out where we need to drop this thing off. Again, huge shout out to Mountain Recovery. They're knocking this out when no one else could really help us. So if you guys ever need help in the mountains of Colorado, hit them up, and they're your go-to team for just about anything. They do flatbed towing. Like us, they got a big wrecker, but they have a whole fleet of different kind of tow vehicles, so definitely worth it. It's like it's driving itself in. All right, to add insult to injury, it started raining. That's why it's in neutral. Yep. Big thanks to Big John over here, hooking us up. All right, well, you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And yeah, while our truck's at 40 getting worked on, we're over here at Glenwood Springs Iron Mountain Hot Springs, and we're enjoying some mineral hot springs and getting a little de-stressor right here, so I think we earned that. Totally worth it. That's a big old heavy lifter.
Hi, I need to talk to services, please.
Hey, for calling Mountain Springs Port, this is Colin. How can I help you?
Hi, Colin. This is Deidre Marietta. We have the 550 truck camper in there right now. I just want to see if you guys have an update on what the timeline looks like for that today. Yes, we would if you have time.
All right, so we just got a call from Ford. Looks like they figured out the issue. It sounds like it was a grounding issue, bad ground on our fuel pump. So they're hooking that back up. We asked them to do a service. They're gonna do full service for us. We're due anyways. And then we're gonna go pick up the truck and we'll be back on the road. So yeah, bad ground. Note to self, check all the grounds. Yeah, we'll figure out how or what caused that. Make sure that doesn't happen again in the future, because we're planning to do some pretty big trips here, and I'm just fortunate I don't have to carry a fuel pump or a driver motor as a spare going forward. Should have checked that probably yesterday. All right, we're just wrapping up at Glenwood Ford. Big shout out to the team, Bristol and Levi, for getting things taken care of. We're out of here today. They solved the issue, did a full service for us, and even got our backup camera working. So kudos to them. So yeah, it was just a ground issue. We're gonna be on the road and continue our journey up north. All right, we're in the truck. We got the cats loaded up. I don't know where they're at. Oh, he's right there sleeping. Deidre's here. We are ready to hit the road. So off we go. We're serviced. We're got all the things checked. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. We'll catch you all in the next one.